Is World War III pay to win? Short answer is
No!
The long answer is
No!
But seriously, let's look into why some people feel that World War III is pay to win using some examples of what I've been seeing said during live streams and on social media. Let's do a little bit of myth busting. Myth number 1. The grind is too much for casual players to keep up with those who have all weapons unlocked. False. To put it into perspective, I was able to hit max level in 36 hours of playtime during the double XP period, which started with open beta. As I had double XP, we can say it would have taken about 72 hours of normal play to max my account and unlock every weapon and strike in the game. Depending on how much time you have for games and how much you play the objective, 72 hours may seem like a lot. However, I would argue this is a drop in the ocean for many gamers who can quite easily spend hundreds or even thousands of hours playing their favorite game over a long period of time. If you'd like to learn how to level up quickly and efficiently in World War III, check out this video in the top right hand corner. It'll be in the description as well in case you'd like to check it out after the video. It's important to mention the shop here, as you can purchase blueprints for weapons before you have unlocked them for a couple hundred gold or so. In all honesty, the blueprints are regular weapon configurations with a unique cosmetic skin. And that's about it, to be honest. Using weapon blueprints from the shop will help you use that weapon sooner than waiting to unlock it by progressing through the levels. However, in my experience, there really isn't one weapon which outclasses all others due to weapon balance being pretty solid. Each weapon has its place in the game with different recoil, damage, and rate of fire characteristics. It genuinely feels like the weapon you will use the most depends on personal preference and how often you will be fighting at different ranges. No one weapon is the best at everything. Myth number 2. There are no good starting weapons. False. The MSBSK is one of the strongest and most versatile weapons in the game. It's a 5.56 assault rifle with a high rate of fire and low recoil, and only gets better once you start to modify it. It's also available day 1 of your World War III career in a respectable configuration, so you shouldn't have any trouble engaging other players as soon as you load up the game. For an idea of how the MSBSK performs in close quarters, check out this video in the top right corner. It's also in the description. Myth number 3. Vehicles are overpowered and there's nothing you can do against them. False. From day 1 of your World War III career, you have access to the anti-tank loadout, which consists of a 9mm Vityaz SMG, the RPG, and anti-tank mines. This loadout is a vehicle operator's worst nightmare and should be the first thing you switch to when you get word that there's an enemy vehicle on the map. If, like some players, you decide that you do not want to engage enemy vehicles and help your team take objectives in peace, feel free to ignore this advice. If you'd like to see a match where the enemy team don't feel like using anti-tank, check out this video in the top right, and you may have already guessed, yes, it's in the description. Myth number 4. There are no long-range weapons available to new players. False. The 417 is a very powerful and accurate marksman rifle which can be used to great effect in close quarters. It isn't available straight away, but you should be unlocking the 417 during your first or second day of playing at the very least. It comes with a 4x ACOG and some recoil reducing attachments to make it more controllable. You, like myself, have probably been killed by the 417 a lot during your time playing so far because it is a popular choice amongst new players looking to deal serious damage. Myth number 5. The shotgun is overpowered and you can't do anything to counter it. True. Honestly, I think this one is true. The shotgun is crazy powerful and has the potential to one-tap basically anyone up to around 25 meters or so, making the time to kill extremely fast compared to pretty much any other weapon in the game. That said, you unlock it fairly early during your World War III career, so you'll have a chance to get your own back soon enough. The shotgun also makes for a great secondary weapon as a backup for those spicy close quarter engagements in and around objectives. Myth number 6. The basic strikes are not powerful enough. False. The 3 starting strikes in World War III have some of the best vehicles in the game available to the player from day 1, including the Leo main battle tank, which is arguably the best tank in the game, the Boomerang IFV, which is incredibly maneuverable and lethal to unprepared infantry, and the Leviathan unmanned ground vehicle, which can soon be fitted with a whole host of powerful weapons which will destroy unsuspecting players before they even have the chance to react. Secondly, a new player has access to the Hellfire missile, which will vaporize infantry out in the open. These are especially useful when denying an outdoor objective capture. Next up is the JDAM bombing run, which will easily reduce armored vehicles to dust. Just make sure you're trying to hit an unsuspecting stationary vehicle for the best effect on target. You also get access to a local UAV and jammer, which are awesome for locking down an objective or preventing enemy players from using their strikes and spotting you on their UAVs. Conclusion: World War III is not pay to win because the player's starting weapons, strikes and equipment are more than good enough to be competitive against players who have everything unlocked. In fact, the footage used for this video was taken from an afternoon I spent running only loadouts and strikes available to a day one World War III player to make sure this video was as well informed as I could make it. Please feel free to share this video with anyone who asks, is World War III pay to win? If you have any questions or feel like I've made any mistakes with the video, don't hesitate to comment below. I'd be more than happy to discuss anything you disagree with, and your feedback helps me to make the next video even better. Thank you for checking out the video, take care, and I'll see you soon.